Good afternoon. I'm Jeff Smith, Senator for the 4th Senatorial District representing St. Louis City. We're here today with some folks from Chrysler, UAW Local 110 in Fenton. We're here to talk about George Bush and Kenny Hulshofs' economic policies that have been disastrous, not just for the country, but right here in Missouri. I don't know how many of you have seen the numbers that have come out today, but the unemployment rate nationally is higher than it's been since the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks years ago. Unemployment here in Missouri is as high as it's been in 20 years. We've lost 25,000 manufacturing jobs in Missouri just since 2005. And some people will tell you that, hey, this is a national problem, you know, and there's nothing we can do. Well, to put it in a little context here, Missouri has lost more jobs in the last year than all 8 states that are adjacent combined. Okay, and so other states with governors that are working proactively to shore up the manufacturing sector, that are working proactively to create economic opportunities, that are investing in education, that are investing in human capital, are not suffering from these problems to the extent that Missouri is. Missouri is suffering through the consequences of 4 years of Matt Blunt's disastrous economic policies that Congressman Kenny Hulshofs is saying that he will continue. And that's the wrong direction for Missouri. These policies have been characterized by a lack of attention to regular people. Tax cuts for the wealthy. Nearly half of the tax cuts from 2001 and 2003 at the federal level that George Bush proposed and Kenny Hulshofs consistently supported were targeted at people in the top 1% of income earners. When you cut taxes on estates of millions and millions of dollars, when you cut capital gains taxes, when you cut dividend income taxes, when you cut taxes, the marginal income tax rate at 39.6 and cut it down, you are helping the wealthiest among us, the people who need it the least, and you are doing nothing for the broad middle class of this country. Kenny Hulshofs voted with George Bush's economic policies 90% of the time, and we can't afford that. At a time when we are facing something close to a financial collapse in this country, when some of the main pillars of our financial system appear to be crumbling, venerable brokerage houses on Wall Street are going out of business. Instead of focusing on trying to do something for Main Street, George Bush's first proposal was a $700 billion blank check for one man, his Treasury Secretary, to write to his Wall Street cronies. That's not the direction we need to go in. And when he should be worrying about what's going on in Washington, D.C., instead, George Bush is coming here to Missouri to bail out Kenny Hulshofs' flagging gubernatorial campaign. He's come here for a $25,000 a couple fundraiser. $25,000 a couple. When higher unemployment in Missouri than any time in the last 20 years. I think that's a slap in the face to people, everyday, hardworking people throughout Missouri. And it's particularly a slap in the face to the thousands of workers who've lost their jobs in recent weeks and months. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to a few of those workers. First, I'd like you to meet Joe Shields. Joe is the president of Local 110, UAW Local 110 in Fenton, and he's going to talk to you a little bit more about some of the things that they've been experiencing and some of the hardships that they're facing. Thank you.